Hi Math 7 students, this is Chapter 5, Lesson 5, Part 2 video. And the first example we're going to start with, I would like you to rewrite the subtraction from the get-go. So go ahead and do that. So your rewrite of subtraction should look like this: 7x plus negative 2 plus negative 7x plus 6. The next thing you need to do, since it asks for simplest form, is you need to combine your like terms. 7x and negative 7x are like terms. They both have x's to the first power. But when you add 7 and negative 7, they cancel each other out. You really get 0x, which is gibberish. They just cancel. So you really have nothing coming out of those. They kind of eliminate each other. And then all I need to do is combine negative 2 plus 6, and that gives me positive 4. So this original expression has how many terms? And the answer to the problem 4 is only one term. So we went from a 4-term expression. There's 4 terms up here: 7x, negative 2, negative 7x, 6. We went from a 4-term expression to a 1-term expression in our answer. Example 4 says the cost of a jacket J after a 5% markup can be represented by the expression J plus 0.05J. Remember that for markup we were putting percents into decimals. So the decimal of 5% is like 5 divided by 100. Which gives us that decimal of 0.05. We want to simplify the expression. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that expression they gave us, J plus 0.05J, and the first thing I would do is I would add a coefficient of 1 in front of the J out front. These are like terms, which means we can add 1, the coefficient in front of the J, plus 0.05. That gives me 1.05J. And then it says, then determine the total cost of the jacket after the markup if the original price is $35. So what we're going to do is replace the J with $35. That means I'm taking 1.05 times 35. Try that in your calculator, and you should be getting 36.75. Example 5 says, at a concert, you buy some t-shirts for $12 each, and the same number of CDs for $7.50 each. Write an expression in simplest form that represents the total amount spent. So for this, we are solving for x. We're going to make x equal to the number of items, because it could represent the number of t-shirts and the number of CDs because they match. And what we're going to do is take the cost for each of those, $12 for t-shirts, so 12x, and we're also going to add in the $7.50 per CD, so 7.50 times x. Then we've got some like terms we can combine. We can add 12 and 7.50. That gives me 19.50 times x. And that represents the total amount spent. Now try got it on page 389, letter D. 6 minus 3n plus 3n. So you should have rewritten the subtraction, making this 6 plus negative 3n plus 3n. Combining your like terms, the negative 3n and the 3n cancel, and I just have an answer of 6. So this concludes Chapter 5, Lesson 5 notes. Make sure that you have answered all the questions on Edpuzzle and send the answers, and then make sure that you are watching the practice video for Chapter 5, Lesson 5.